Exactly, team. Exactly. Let's go. Okay, so, and you know the thing? I just wanted to go over here and see if we could get, like, the lady for the cactus guy. Okay, so over here, and no, let's just wander around a little bit. Because in the same guide, you know, you're ambushed by a cow. Okay, we're gonna attack it. Take it. There you go. Victory. You got meat, you got the things. Okay. In the same guide, you know, I was using, I read about the cactus lady, and she appears like somewhere around here, but you need to, like, first, like, find a... Exactly, team. You need to find, like, a house. This is the master jeweler. Yes, team, I know. Wander a little bit one more time. You find an abandoned crate full of mining supplies. You can tell it's full of mining supplies because it has a "This crate is full of mining supplies" stencil on the side of it. Dynamite, sulfur match. Don't mind if I do. Wander one more time. The hair on the back of your neck stands up if you realize you've ridden into the midst of a herd of ghostly floating cow heads. You've heard that some ranchers, in a desperate effort to avoid the homecoming, deliberately drove their entire herds into the ocean. If that was happened here, it didn't work. These cows are very angry about it. Okay, we're gonna fight them. Let's just attack. That one is gone. You shoot one. Okay. Oh, I took a little damage. Yeah, a little damage again. Okay, attack. Shoot. Yeah, I know. A little damage. Attack. Victory. Okay. Yeah, well, it's not loading, so let's just go to dirt water. Then we're gonna head for Gun Manor. As you're riding towards your destination, you pass by a building in which barn dance is happening. I guess that makes it a barn. People inside seem to be having a pretty good time. Okay, we're gonna join in. You mose in and have a grand old time at the barn dance. You even learn a few new moves. Most of the moves involve pretending to reel somebody in from across the dance floor with a lasso, but still, new moves. Well, that's pretty cool. Exactly, team. Exactly. Okay, let's just go to Gun Manor. And now we go to the attorney lady. She's over here in the... No, she's in the second floor. Go to the second floor. We go to the gallery. Okay. I found McCready. I did the thing, lady. Okay, are we ready for this? What now? I found McCready's grave. He wasn't executed. You're 100% certain it's him? Not some other man McCready? But him. Here, he gave me his watch to give to you. She turns the watch around in her hands for a while, just looking at it without saying anything. Then she slowly winds it and listens to the as it chimes the hour. Yeah, this is his watch, alright, thank you. Wait, you say if he gave it to you, he's alive? Not exactly, he's a skeleton. We talked for a while, then he asked me to bury him again so he could go back to sleep. What did he say? He confirmed our guesses. He knew about the eclipse in advance and stole the trial for his escape plan, but stalled it too long and decided to hedge his bet by calling for the trial by combat. I see. He gave up for gunfighting. He what? He bought a little house and raised chickens. Never fired his pistol again. In fact, he left it to rust. 9 years later, Timsbury's brother caught up to him, challenged him to a revenge match. McCready refused repeatedly, so the guy shot him. He said to tell you he was sorry. She looks at you silently for a moment, then looks at the watch. She winds the hands back a minute, listens to the chimes again. She sighs, shakes her head, then smiles at you. Thank you, Fuzi. You've made a damn fine attorney. She shakes your hand and fades from view as she does so, leaving her attorney's badge in your hand. You got an item, attorney's badge. Rest in peace, counselor. Okay, so, what about this guy over here? Is it serious status and Paul? Talk to Paul. Is the gold still here? No, I took care of her. Thanks, I gotta go wash this floor off and get back to work. But first, he starts frantically scratching over every part of his body. Man, it feels like I've been saving up these hitches for days. I was about to go crazy. Thanks, Fuzi. You're a lifesaver. No problemo. Come visit me at the visitor center. I'll hook you up with a souvenir photograph. Good. So I'm guessing every employee is done now. Okay, where's Okay, we got Susie over here. Oh, there we go. Here's Florence. According to my weird instruments, there is only one ghost left on the premises. It's on the, let's see, the 3rd floor of the mansion. Good. Let's just go to the visitor center. The guy that was like cooking here, he went to work. Oh, he's over here. Thank you so much for dealing with that ghost. I'm exhausted. What were you even doing? He kept demanding ghost food. I don't really know how to cook, except like nachos and popcorn. And just the regular kind, not ghost nachos and popcorn. But he was really insistent, so I figured ghost food is probably invisible, right? So I just pretended I gave him empty plates. I guess it worked, even though that doesn't really make any sense. Anyway, thanks again. I work at the snack bar in the visitor center, so see you around. Okay, let's just go, because I'm guessing we now have all the people in the visitor center. Let's just go over here. We're just walking stupid. Okay, you see, everybody is back at the visitor center. For instance, this dude with the photos. Thanks again for your help. What an ordeal. No problem. How's the itching? More or less better. I mean, hygiene is what it is in this day and age, you know? You know. Would you like a souvenir photo? It's only 200 minutes. Sure. Okay then, smile. You got an item. Gun Manor photo. Wait a second, this is a photograph of the house. Yep. Official Gun Manor souvenir photo. Why do you take a picture of me then? That's just for our records. Okay. That's kind of weird. Snack counters, no staff. Just bullcrap. Well, let's see. Increases your melee damage and armor by 15 for the rest of the day. Wow. That deep fried holster is just hardcore. Damn. Okay. We're good. Now we're just walking stupid. This stupid ghost over here watching us. Okay, let's go talk to Mrs. Gunn. Door is locked, nowhere the force can open it. Well, maybe a whole team of forces. Good luck getting them up the elevator. Yes, Fuzi and Florence, ma'am. Ghost hunters. Florence and Fuzi. Whatever. I do feel significantly less haunted. Did you get rid of all the ghosts? We sure did, ma'am. Actually, my scanner says there's still one. Shh. Yes, ma'am. All ghosts accounted for. Well, that's splendid. Come right on in. Thank you. And you see, this is Mrs. Gunn's room. We got the fancy new electric lamp. Mrs. Gunn's vanity is elegant but not ostentatious. Look in the mirror. You take a long, hard look at yourself in the mirror. Think about the things you've done. A lot of those things were pretty cool. We got some experience. All of these books are about gun parts, such as extractor collars, cylinder springs, perambulators. Pretty sure perambulator is not a gun. What is this? The sign on the case, break in case of attic. Okay, we're not gonna break. We're gonna talk to Miss Gunn first. Hello. Hello, Miss Gunn. Hello, Fusi, was it? Thank you so much for getting rid of all the ghosts for me. Yeah, about that, turns out there's one left. Oh dear. Well, I need you to take care of it before I can pay you. Mrs. Gunn, got bad news for you. What's that? It's you. You're a ghost, man. Well, I'll be... When did that happen, I wonder? My condolences. Why, thank you. You're very kind. You know, this does explain some things. Like what? Well, I haven't had any appetite for months, nearly a year in fact. I just keep sending food up from the kitchen in the dumb waiter, but I've just been dropping it out the window and sending the empty place back so the chef won't have her feelings hurt. There's also the fact that you're well translucent. Yeah, I just thought it was just cataracts. Mrs. Gunn, this prompts a question, you know. Oh, what's that? Why are you a ghost? Well, I'm sure I don't know. You're the expert, perhaps you can tell me. Actually, that's me, I'm the expert. See? Florence is saying that. Do you have some kind of unfinished business? Something that's tying you to this place? Well, now that you mention it, yes, I suppose I do. Do you mind telling me about it? My entire family disappeared a few years ago. My husband and 3 daughters. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Sorry for your loss. Sheriff suspected they'd been kidnapped for ransom. No one ever made any demands, they just vanished. I never found out what happened. I always thought they were taken away by ghosts. Why did you think that? I always felt guilty about how many people have been killed by my invention. The belt buckle? The gun. Alright. I used to worry that their ghosts would come back to haunt me. When I built this house, I added an electrical anti-ghost field installed in the walls of this room, so they couldn't get in. No way, awesome! Wait, doesn't that affect you? Well, sure it would if I attempted to walk through the wall, but it never occurred to me to try. After Dan and the girls disappeared, I became so sure that ghosts had gotten them that I locked myself in here, after donating the rest of the house to the Historical Society, so that there'd be someone to look after the place. Now I feel rather silly about the whole thing. Silly? I mean, ghosts do exist, obviously. Well, yes, but now that I am a ghost myself, I can sense the presence of other ghosts, and they only just arrived in this house yesterday or the day before. That was when I called for an exterminator. You know, I didn't even question how I knew they were here, but I don't think there have been any ghosts here before them. Why did they all show up yesterday? I couldn't say. They all seemed very angry and confused, but since they couldn't get in here, they gave up and started just wandering around the house. They gave up quite easily, actually. Maybe because you were already ghost yourself. Well, Mrs. Gunn, what are we going to do with you? What do you mean? You did contract me for 13 ghosts, ma'am. You're the 13. Oh yes, obviously. I could simply renegotiate the number with you, but perhaps you should go ahead and exorcise me or whatever you do. I'd rather find a more peaceful solution. Peaceful solution? What do you mean? We can also release you from your ghostitude by solving the problem that's keeping you in here. In your case, I guess it means finding out what happened to your family. Oh well, I would be very grateful if you could. I assume they're dead, and to be honest, I think I've gotten used to that fact. But I surely would like to know what actually happened. Alright, I'll see what I can do. We're gonna take this. You get an attic opening stick. And we're just walking stupid. Let's go over here. The manliness room. Open it. And now we go up. And you see, we got this dude over here. Okay, so Florence the Ghost Hunter. Current situation. That guy looks like he's been living up here or something. That's creepy as heck. Creepier than if he were an actual ghost? I mean, yeah. On reflection, I agree. Talk to your partner. Who's that shady looking fella? Don't look like one of the employees. I'm not sure. Haven't talked to him. From the look of him, I'd count my feelings before and after, if I was you. Heh. Okay, so is there anything else? Boxes of old hats. This dresser is now dressed as a ghost. The pawns, huh? You know, the pawns. Hey, who the heck are you? I'm Fuzzy Bart, but since I'm not the guy who's apparently hiding out in Mrs. Gunn's attic, I feel like you ought to be the one answering that question. Who am I? Well, that's just friggin' cynical. I'm Chet Bullet, damn it. Am I supposed to have ever heard that name before? Well, you damn well should have. Mrs. Gunn's invention would have been nothing without mine. Wait, let me guess. You invented the bullet? Phew, I thought you were gonna say belt buckle again. Oh shoot, now I want to change my guess. You're damn right I invented the bullet. But it was her assistant. So did they get any credit? Hell no. Sounds like you got an axe to grind. Not for much longer. Oh jeez. Yeah, it looks like we found the bad guy. Okay, Chet, go ahead and tell us the details of your whole nefarious plan. I don't care much for your tone. Why should I tell you anything? Well, I could just punch your face till it starts talking of its own accord. How about that? Well, it's too late for you to stop me anyway, so I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Certainly not as much as not telling me would... Well, when Mrs. Gunn dies, control of the company and patents passes to me. No murderer, mind you. I like to keep my hands clean, but I figured there might be some other people who have a bone to pick with her, considering their manner of death. You summoned all those ghosts? That's right. All it took was some basic sounds equipment wired up to the house belfry for amplification. A snap for a mechanical genius like me. But since a Gersh summons ghosts related to the summoner, that's the whole point of a medium, a person who knows how to direct the summoning on someone else's behalf. So you get to talk to your own grandma instead of the summoner. You don't seem like the medium type to me. More like a small... More like a small. But that does explain something I've been wondering about. Oh? It didn't make any sense for all the ghosts here to be haunting Mrs. Gunn, because none of them were killed by guns. They were all killed by bullets. Naturally, I anticipated there'd be a couple of those, but that's why I rigged this room with an anti-ghost field, which I cleverly boosted so the ghost couldn't even sense me up here. So your plan was to summon a bunch of angry ghosts who would initially be looking for you but would haunt Mrs. Gunn instead when they couldn't find you? Correct. And once they've haunted her to death, Gun Industries could be all mine. Well, I had to be the bearer of good news, but Mrs. Gunn is dead. On the bright side, she's been dead for a year, so you pretty much wasted your time. What? Really? Ha ha ha, I'm rich. Now I just need to get out of here with all those ghosts spotting me. Yeah, the ghosts had gone too, so we're pretty much in the clear. Wonderful. The anti-ghost field is pretty effective. But it was starting to make the back part of my brain itch. He flips a switch on the electrical device and you suddenly become aware of the absence of an extremely low frequency hum right at the edge of your hearing. Okay, there's something I want to ask you about. Ask away. What happened to Mrs. Gunn family? Oh, them. They've been out of the picture for years. I heard a rumor Dad got killed by desperados and buried in a shallow grave out in the backside of nowhere. But of course I wouldn't actually know anything about that. Lucky for me, since I couldn't have inherited the company with him around or their daughters. You son of a... Relax, the girl's all fine, I'm not a monster. Pretty sure you're a monster. There's a weird little island kingdom somewhere on the other side of the ocean. Apparently, it's stuck in some sort of bizarre temporal field that keeps nearly anyone from entering or leaving. Can even find the place if you don't know how. Fortunately, I know a guy who knows how, so I gave the girls 3 free tickets to sleep away camp. Wasn't nice of me. You are an absolute bastard. Oh, that hurts my feeling. Fortunately, I'm able to have a whole lot of money to console myself with. Why you... Hold on, we should talk to Miss Gunn first before you turn this ass a new hole. I thought you said she was dead. Depending on what she says, you might be too. You're a jackass. And we're just walking stupid. We go out here, and we go to talk to Miss Gunn. Always walking stupid. Hi Miss Gunn, hello again. Have you managed to find anything out? Okay, yeah, I have good news and bad news. Go on, I'm ready. Chet Bullet had your husband killed and your daughters kidnapped, so he'd be the sole inheritor of your company when you died. He's also the reason all the ghosts were here. That son of a... I should have suspected something when he suddenly started being so ingratiating back then, and when he wrote off Desperados on his expense account. Huh? I read him out of my will, but I suppose it's too late. That's rather galling. What's the good news? He says your daughters are safe. They're just on a magical island somewhere that nobody can get to. That's not exactly comforting, but at this point I'll take it. Plainly, if he wanted to kill them, he would have just done so. Wait, you spoke to him personally? Yeah. He didn't know you were already dead, so he's been hiding in your attic for the last couple days, waiting for the ghost to kill you. What do you want me to do with him? Sigh. I'll leave it up to you. I'm not in a state to make any recent judgment. In any case, you've answered my question, and I can feel myself moving on already. Thank you for all your help. With a sad wave, Mrs. Gunn fades from view. Then, almost as an afterthought, the lock on her desk drawer pops open. Inside, you find a check written out to Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services, with flog snacks with a ka-ching and a blueprint. You got an item, Mrs. Gunn's blueprint. Alrighty. Let me just check this thing. The blueprint represents what would have been the crowning achievement of Mrs. Gunn's career if she hadn't died before actually getting into production. So I'm guessing we can make that. Gun Manor photo. This goes on your laptop. Plus 15 melee, plus 15 spell, plus 15 attack. Wow. Okay, for now we're just gonna stay with that. Okay. Florence the Ghost Hunter. You knew she was a ghost all along? Yeah, I had my suspicions. You must be more in tune with all this narrative stuff than I am. You get used to it. Okay, let's just go over here and deal with the bad guy. Okay, bruh. Well, are we finished? I got a business to run. It's gonna be tricky with all the internal bleeding. Stick at your face. Go on, get out of here. Okay, we're gonna go like the pacifist route. What happens if I do I'm sick of your face? Go on, get out of here. Gladly, thanks for your help with the ghosts. Come by the factory sometimes and maybe I'll hook you up with a discount. Okay, let him go. Chet climbs down the ladder and disappears. Doesn't seem like you to just let him walk away like that. Well, I didn't feel like fighting him. What a jerk. Well, that's it. You reckon you brought some reckoning to Gun Manor. Not the best possible reckoning, mind you. Maybe there's a better way to deal with Chet. I mean, there definitely is a better way to deal with Chet. I don't know why I say maybe. Anyway, feel free to poke around the grounds looking for those hands to wrap up, but you're pretty much done here. Thanks for playing the Reckoning at Gun Manor. Or maybe we should have shot him in the face, you know? Okay, go down. Let me just get out of here. So we got like an ending where we didn't kill Chet, you know? It was like the pacifist route, if you ask me. Okay, go to the first floor. Let's just go back to Dirt Water. What happens if I talk over here to anyone? Leave me alone, I'm busy. Leave. Candy. Okay. Here we are. Okay, team. Saddle up. Is there a factory over here? Something new? No? That's weird. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. Yeah, exactly, team. Exactly. Let's go. Wander once again. Something colorful. Fight this. Ooh, snakes. These things are, you know, like heavy. We're gonna attack this one. It's gone. And you are going to like disable this one. Whiff. And whiff. Oh, ooh, poison. Okay. Let's just attack this one. What do we have here? Moon. No, let's just 5 HP. Let's just kick his ass. There we go. Frisco Viper. And you're gonna start shooting, you know? Shoot. Whiff. There's a lot of poison being tossed around, you know? 40 poison, wow. Okay. 93. What happens if I attack with this? No. Okay, we're gonna attack this one. There we go. That's good. And you're gonna shoot this one. Whiff. That's a lot of shooting. Boom. Victory. Nice. And we're just here again. Let me just go to the abandoned mine and do a little walk around. Yeah, I know, Tim. I know. Let's just wander around. Find anything? Looks like you found an abandoned crate of military supplies. Since it's addressed to Fort Unnecessary, perhaps the shippers took that to heart. Military grade whiskey. Some stuff. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff here. For treason. Let's just go to dirty water. Well, okay. Oh, there's a thing here. We got some stuff. We dealt with the ghost at the Gun Manor, and you just let the bad guy go because we were doing the pacifist thing, you know? So yeah, that was West of Loathing, Reckoning at Gun Manor DLC. I hope you enjoyed the series. That's it for now. See you next time.
Just follow the road. The blood in your veins like a track for the trains. The heart of